In the past few weeks, one clear trend to emerge as a result of the recent horrific price action in tech stocks was a continued selling, or should I say shorting, of tech stocks by hedge funds. And now we know by the latest weekly report from Goldman's Prime Brokerage, which confirms this. Goldman Prime has written that their Prime book was net sold for the first time in 3 weeks. They state that the short sales outpaced the long buys 2.4 to 1. And specific to the tech sector, Goldman Sachs Prime noted that Infotech was net sold for a fourth straight week and saw the largest dollar amount of net selling in more than 5 years, driven entirely by short sales. The report continues that the sector has seen increased shorting in 4 of the past 5 weeks and 8 of the past 10. And although my system is not working 100% and I still have big problems, we can take a look at the charts now. So let's go. So sticking with the tech sector, we're going to take a look at the 1-year weekly chart on the Invesco Triple Q Trust Series 1, and the symbol is Triple Q, and this is a pretty good proxy for the NASDAQ. So simply looking at the price chart, a couple of things that pop out are that top here, the correction on down, a recovery, another correction, and on the way we go, a W. A top here, a correction, a run, small correction, and then on our way here. So my expectations at this point is to look for another W. Now, that is, I would say, the probability, but there are other possibilities. Moving down into the volume looks fine, and into the MAC. You can see the difference between the fast line here and the slow line, and that separation means that anything can happen. We can move sideways, we can have a recovery and then another drop, as we did here to there, or from here to here. So my expectation is for some volatility in the next few weeks or so. Into the histogram, you can see pretty much the same thing, though this level here is not as low as it was back here or back here. So perhaps we're a little bit better off. The same thing there in the price rate of change. The relative strength does show that we got to a lower level, but we've recovered from that, and we're trying to move toward that midline or 50 line. So things are improving. Into stochastics, things are improving here with the fast line moving through the slow line, so it wants to bottom there, as it did here, and as it did here. But of course, we had that W formation, and that was that second bottom there, and this was the second bottom in that W. So we could have a move on up, and then we'll see if we move into resistance. Moving there to the Williams, I think the worst is over as shown there, just like that here. And perhaps this was a little worse in September and then in October. Back up to the price chart, you can see that things are moving along. This high here just barely exceeded this high. So that's another concern. But for the most part, right now, it looks like a garden variety correction. So keep that in mind and follow the probabilities. And for today, that's ChewDog Charts. Thank you.